Welcome to the online nutrition class. In this session, we will discuss Nutrition 101. There are 4 important categories that we will learn about in the next few slideshows: protein, carbohydrates, fats, and fluids. Let's start off with protein. Protein is your body's building blocks and is very important after your procedure. You need protein to build and repair tissue such as muscle. Protein is also important for growth, maintenance, and energy. Think of it as fuel for your body. A high protein intake after your procedure equates to excellent weight loss. Therefore, it is imperative to make sure that you always eat your protein first. You can get protein from animal sources such as fish, poultry, beef, pork, or seafood. You can also get it from eggs, dairy, soy, nuts, and beans. In general, women need around 60 to 80 grams of protein daily. Men need around 80 to 100. Our registered dietitians can give you a more specific goal for your exact nutritional needs. Now let's talk about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are actually an important part of your diet, as the glucose they produce is fuel for the body. In fact, glucose is the only thing the brain can use as fuel. Just like with fats, there are both good and bad carbohydrates. Complex carbs are good, and simple carbs are bad. Please avoid simple carbohydrates after your procedure. Simple carbs raise triglycerides and glucose levels and lead to weight gain. Sugary foods such as candy, cakes, and cookies are high in simple carbs, as is anything made with white flour like pasta or processed cereals. Also, regular soda and most juices are very high in simple carbohydrates and should be avoided. Complex carbohydrates are what you should choose after your procedure. These are soluble fibers, which are richer in nutrients and helps to lower your LDL and leads to a more steady blood sugar. Complex carbs have also been shown to reduce the risk of colon cancer. These are found in things such as fruits, vegetables, beans, and whole grains. 60 grams or less per day of carbohydrates is the ideal goal. Please try to make most of these complex carbohydrates and avoid simple carbs. Excess intake of simple carbohydrates is one of the most common causes for weight regain after a weight loss procedure, so please write this one down and don't forget it. Okay, now let's discuss some basic information about fat. People tend to think of fat as always being bad, but this is not necessarily the case. Fat actually plays a vital role in metabolism in your body. It is critical for maintaining healthy skin and hair, insulates your body organs against shock, and helps to maintain your body temperature. Fat also promotes healthy cell function and is an important source of energy storage. Not all fat is good, however. Mono and polyunsaturated fats are the good ones. These fats tend to be liquid at room temperature. They are found in foods such as black beans, Brussels sprouts, and canola oil. They are also found in flax seeds, kidney beans, salmon, shrimp, soy, tofu, and walnuts. These type of fats also contribute to good heart health and are encouraged after your procedure. Saturated fats are the bad kind. These fats, such as lard and butter, are solid at room temperature and are mostly from meat and dairy products. Many foods are high in either saturated or unsaturated fat, such as those pictured on the screen. Of those that you see on this slide, nuts would be the healthiest choice, as they contain unsaturated fat. Although we previously stated that some fats are good, your body doesn't require much. Keep your total daily grams of fat to 35 or less, and try to avoid saturated fats as much as possible. Lastly, let's talk about fluids. Adequate fluid intake is essential for weight loss after your procedure, as dehydration slows the fat burning process and causes a reduction in blood volume, leading to reduced oxygen delivery and fatigue. Also, eating a high fiber and high protein diet without enough fluid intake can lead to severe constipation issues. 64 ounces per day is the goal for fluid intake in the long run. Initially this will be difficult, but that's okay and expected. 32 ounces per day is minimum initially after your procedure. In order to achieve this, it's best to keep something close by to sip at all times. You can easily track your fluid intake on your My Virtual Health Partners app. If you are unable to achieve the 32-ounce goal, please call us.